I just see you like mentioning like the industry reset, so it kind of goes on. I see, I see a prominent figure, especially from like our childhood. We see Judge of Souls talking about that he agrees with like the industry reset thing
side of things.
that you're doing. Obviously, he had some grievances, not necessarily for you, but some of the internet.
Yeah, of course
stuff.
not. You're not always gonna agree with
But he never
content.
mentioned you per se. He said
but
he
he's
agree.
just saying it as a whole.
As a whole, innit? But
remember, see, Judge of Souls, that is big bro. So remember, see, man's generation, Els, we always have respect for man's elders. Get me? Bikes is man's big bro. Stinks. Do you know what I mean? Abdul Haq, Shug. Like, but man always have respect for man's elders, regardless. Remember, see, the younger generation is a bit changed because maybe man's generation was all in jail, then man's younger generation was in jail. So there was no one to look up to because, do you know what I'm trying to say? You see it?
Yeah.
So with industry reset, remember, PDC, SMS and that, they've always had it hard because there was actually bad boys, bro.
Yeah.
They will, if they're going to functions, bro, bro, it's problems, bro. You don't want to see them. So they're having to kick through the door, bro. Like, oh, you don't want to play man's thing, man's kicking through the door.
And obviously, some people who don't really know as well.
What's it, Alfie? Turn off the AC, please. But go on, bro.
So for people who don't really know, because some people like, obviously you got a younger audience, and some of the younger audience might be PDC, SMS, as well as OC, Peckham.
Yeah, Peckham.
There was an era that when UK gangster rap or UK road rap, whatever you want to call it, started through DVDs. And especially within South London, there was a whole movement of like PDC, SMS. And that era of like music, when it came out, and look, that come up in school when I was like 14. So that was like 04.
And then the Brom youths were doing theirs, were doing their thing. Everyone was kind of rapping a little bit Americanist.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah, so they came up and done their thing, but they had a good street campaign for a good 2 years, 3 years, consistently dropping videos, DVDs, mixtapes. Them times there, you didn't even, there was no iTunes or Spotify. Yo, you're getting the MP3 on your phone, you're playing it at the back of the bus, you're cupping your phone like this to hear the MP3 tune and whatever. So they had a big influence, and Judge of Souls was most probably one of the front runners of PDC at that time.
You had Judge of Souls, you had Ill Mill for SMS and Spoon. So it's like both sections, bro, they demonstrate what a label looked like before people even know what a label was.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
The movement, the clothing, the merch.
Bro, to be fair, it was sick branding, you know. They had it all kind of.
They had a fucking mini. SMS had minis driving around Streatham with their logo on it, bro. Was it minis?
It was a mini.
Smart cars, bro. Come on, bro. Who's doing that now? No, like really though, like who's actually doing that now?
Yeah, no.
PDC had CDs upon CDs with
everywhere.
multiple different artists, bro.
Definitely.
Dropping consistently, bro. Man couldn't even keep up with that. No, who's doing that, bro?
Hold Tight Ill Mill and Hold Tight Spoon, man. Those are my brothers as well. So.
Like, who's doing that, bro?
Yeah.
Like, bro, I said Judger was the first person I see with a black card. Bro, these are gangsters, bro. They're gangsters, bro, that are real bad boys, bro. And everyone around them are bad boys, and they're trying to do something positive as a movement because they saw the vision. But there was no streaming. There wasn't a scene then, bro. There wasn't a label. There wasn't an industry.
That was the birth.
There wasn't an industry, bro. There was no A&Rs, bro, like that.
That was especially no one was taking it on. And you have to remember, these lot were, whether the rappers or not were doing it, but these lot were directly involved or related to serious crimes.
Yes, bro.
As Judge of Souls alluded to in that interview, I think he mentioned one of his friends died and people dying, and then he was in hospital for something, or he got arrested for something, and he was talking about how the NCA police force came to him and told him, look, you can work with us and we'll make sure you have everything, and we'll make sure you blow, or if you ain't doing this with us, we'll shut you down. And obviously it didn't work with the police, and literally they shut them down.
Shut him down, bro. That is crazy. So that is the struggles now. Like, now you got the drill artists, they can say what they want and upload, and the police can't really, they're not really in control.
Look, you have to look at it as well. Like, them man there had to crawl so the scene like now could run.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah. And this is when we speak about this, we're not talking about mainstream successful artists. We're talking about artists that you watch real rap now. Who's real rappers now that we watch? We listen to Catch.
Yeah.
Listen to, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a number of artists.
But all of them, like if you look at a lot of from that kind of era of rap, obviously it came a few years later.
Yeah, of course.
You're gonna look at people like people like Potter Paper, who's definitely mostly taken influence from that era of rap,
Yeah, of course.
the people of their like you said, Catch, like that's the era of that that raw. That raw. I remember them times there. What was going on them times there in them DVDs? What people don't know. I think a lot of them are on YouTube now.
You can see
Remember, man, you could see it. You could see the
man
pain.
is banging off their gun in the air.
Man banging off
slap,
backing out hammers
backing
on
it
camera.
out. Man is on there backing out their hammers.
Yeah.
So this is the era. This is what I say. This is the era that man was grown into.
Yeah.
So sometimes when I look at things or people are like, oh, this is serious, I'm saying, bro, man come from the teaching of these lot, bro. These are all legends. Man come from the teaching of these lot. So respectfully, no disrespect, but like a man comment under another man's post, that man didn't come from that teaching and that's not going viral. Man come from real teachings of that. Do you know what I mean? And Spray come from that teachings as well. So it's like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Everything
and you have to remember, bro, there was literally no social media. The
there was
closest
nothing.
thing to social media was at that time was MSN. And then obviously you later got onto like BBM and stuff like that. But that was even before my I think MySpace, everyone got on MySpace in like 05, 06.
Okay.
And that was like the first social media thing, really. Because people weren't even on Facebook then. It was MySpace.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So you definitely see it, man.
And obviously this is why it's important to see, like, to encourage like the ill mills and the spoons and the judges and all these lot to come, like, you get me? Because separately, man's over here and they were man's older brothers that man will hear or look up to. So if man's in a position where man is, man's happily to pass the traffic,
see a little bit of it.
Traffic over to. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
We still see a little bit. Stinks has dropped a couple new videos.
Stinks has been doing good.
Stinks
come on, man, big bro. Big shout out to Stinks.
Yeah, Hold Tight Stinks dropped a couple videos, and I see a lot of them were together. I don't know what exactly is going on. I think there was a show or something.
He's been doing some good podcasts. I've been looking into Stinks' podcast. So man, you get me.
So
and to even give Stinks his flowers, bro. Stinks was he was a madman back in the day. So for him to make that transition now to understand and adapt to the social media now. You get me? That you got to understand people will mention your name and diss you, and you got to just hug it up. You can't react the way you got. It's just in general, bro. You have to just listen to a man just indirectly.
When we go like the reset thing, I just want to slightly touch on that.
Yeah.
So in regards to you, what you mean? What's your definition of the reset?
My definition of reset is happening now. So you've got black execs being fired, like, period. You got them being fired, yeah? Now, there's a lot of black execs that are being fired and you got black execs leaving. It's like Austin left, you get me? So but if you look at Austin's US, like what his resume is, One Extra, Spotify, Apple, all the amazing things he's done. But if there's other black execs, bro, they don't do anything, bro. They've done nothing. All they've done is gatekeep our scene. You get me? And now they've been dropped. So, but it's the reason why what's happened is they're gatekeeping the scene, but they don't understand how much of how much damage in the scene they're actually doing.
Yeah.
Because if we follow it down and we look at the platforms, I'm just talking about reset as a whole. I'm just talking about the platforms are there that we've got. We need to be doing better in terms of the development of up and coming talent, and not only talent, creators, because we have an industry. There's countries that don't have no industry, like Australia. They got good artists, but they have like one blog page. You get me? So we have actually the industry that we can push. So in my head, I'm saying, look, not only that, if we even look at football, and I see something online about Pep Guardiola, everyone that was working under him, even Arteta, bro, all their teams are doing crazy in the Bundesliga or in this league or in the Prem. You get me? And then we look at the UK and we look at the actual English like coaches, like old footballers, none of them's doing anything. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And when I talk about reset as a community, it's like when I speak about stuff that's happening with Spat Nation, like there needs to be a clear out of like all the madness,
the old stuff, and
then everyone
the
just
start again.
It's just about market share, bro. Like if the reason why the drill space and so much drill artists made so much money because there was market share, because everyone started doing it, there was an audience for it and whatnot and whatnot and whatnot. You get me? So what I'm saying is like, bro, if we keep on pushing through the same legend artists, then what's going on? Why? How on earth? We got an artist called SD Kid, and we got Fake Mink, and you got loads of these underground artists. But if you look at the industry reset, it's happened already with Wireless. They didn't book no A, B, C list artists. They booked none of them because they're overpriced. You get me? Who did they book? Well, the underground artists. What was the reaction for the people? Who are these artists on the lineup? Little that they know that the underground artists are doing crazy
numbers and the fans.
SD Kid is signed to Sincere, yeah? Big shout out to Sincere, yes? Stay Lizzy, yeah? Sincere's come from a rapper background and he's always been into fashion and what he's done. He's managed Fredo, multiple other artists, and boom, 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 boom. But SD Kid dropped an album in June. Bro, name how many artists has dropped that album, including Dave, including DBE. SD Kid's album is the most streamed album globally on Spotify. It's doing 6.5 million streams a day, fam. Yeah. Bro, he had 49,000 people queue up, to buy tickets for his Alexander Palace show.
Crazy.
49,000 people, bro. Fam, he's from the UK, bro.
Yeah, mental.
He raps. There's like a theory about who he is, yeah? He wears a mask. There's a little theory about who he is. Like, he's meant to be some American, you get me? Timothy, he's meant to be some American famous person, you get me? But I want you to understand, yeah? But if you look at all the rest of the underground scene, they're bigger than all our rappers that we know. Why is that? What is going on? And this is where, when I say these things, I'm saying, bro, like, they don't turn to us for nothing. You get me? They don't turn to us for nothing, but they've got like, there's about 15 X pages from America and the UK that they push the underground scene. Ache, internet ready.